guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm going to talk to you about something maybe a bit different today. For those of you that don't know, I have predominantly been talking about the Mandela effect on this channel. However, I've got many other interests, and my initial reasoning for setting up this channel was actually for music until the Mandela effect happened, and then that just kind of detracted from that effort, I guess, is the best way to put it. But there's been many things that this channel has now made me think of talking out about, that I've either researched myself or had an interest in myself. So hopefully someone else finds it interesting as well. But one of them is something I only found out a few years ago, but I can definitely tell you that there is something to this as well. So it is to do with the tuning of instruments. Might sound like a pretty lame topic, but when you hear its implications, they are huge. So as this title suggests on here, 440 Hz music, conspiracy to detune us from natural 432 Hz harmonics. And I got into this 432 Hz music kind of on a mental meditatory, if that's a word. Yeah, it just helps you relax. It apparently is meant to tune you in with nature's frequency, or 432 Hz is also known as the God note. It apparently resonates with many of nature's sounds, such as waterfalls, birds chirping, and what have you. So as human beings, when you think about it, we've been around for many years, and according to this, it was only from the 1950s when the standardization of 440 Hertz came about. So when you think about it, that's not that long ago at all. What I'll do, I'll read you some bits of this on here, and hopefully it will be able to explain it a bit better than myself. So these images here, water sound images, so they just show you the differences between 432 Hz and 440 Hz. So just an easy way to conduct this sort of experiment, if you've got a handful of salt or sugar or something like that, and you put it on a vibrating surface, i.e. a speaker, and it will bring up different patterns. Just an interesting test if you wanted to try that. A little disclaimer, if it messes up your speaker, I didn't tell you that. So there we go. So most music worldwide has been tuned to 440 Hz since the International Standards Organization endorsed it in 1953. The recent rediscoveries of the vibratory oscillatory nature of the universe indicate that this contemporary international concert pitch standard may generate an unhealthy effect or antisocial behavior in the consciousness of human beings. So again, it's kind of like when we are... So these are other subjects I'll talk about, the television and news as well. So the television, I'll just touch on this now, just when it comes to frequencies and what have you. There is a flicker rate on the television that has been proven to put people into a somewhat beta hypnotic state. I'll talk about that in another video if people are interested in that. But it kind of works on this side of things here. So back to the article. So 432 Hz, known as Verdi's A, is an alternative tuning that is mathematically consistent with the universe. Music based on 432 Hz transmits beneficial healing energy because it is a pure tone of math fundamental to nature. Again, this is something that I've only just started getting into, but it's sacred geometry. It's pretty interesting so far. And I do feel that we have an awful lot suppressed from us as humans. When you think of a school system or what have you, we're taught what we need to know, not necessarily always what's fundamental. For example, we still go to doctors, we're still hoovering up drugs every 5 minutes, when I believe personally there's a natural cure for everything out there, including cancer. Again, I could talk about that on another video. Let me know if you want to hear about that. There is a theory that the change from 432 Hz to 440 Hz was dictated by Nazi propaganda minister Joseph Goebbels. He used it to make people think and feel a certain manner, and to make them a prisoner of a certain consciousness. Then around 1940, the United States introduced 440 Hz worldwide, and finally in 1953 it became the ISO 16 standard. So that is quite telling in itself. Again, this is I'm doing an air quote here, a conspiracy theory. But I'm telling you, give 432 Hz music a listen, and you tell me if the theory is fact. I'm not a very emotional person. However, I was just listening to some 432 Hz music before this video, and I'll try and link that same song I was listening to, and it nearly brought me to tears. And I'm telling you, I'm not an emotional guy usually, but it just sort of it does something to you that's different than other music. As I say, I'm into music. I've been singing, producing, writing for many years, and I've only recently been listening to kind of classical music, and as I say, 432 Hz music, and there's something to it that it's very different than other music. It moves you in ways that I feel are beyond even on just an enjoyable level. It's like it almost does something to your DNA, to your core being, to your energy, if you will. Yeah, call me a nut, call me whatever you like, but just give it a listen to yourself, maybe more than once, and see what you think as well. Right, in a paper entitled Musical Cult Control, Dr. Leonard Horowitz writes, the music industry features this imposed frequency that is herding populations into greater aggression, psychosocial agitation, and emotional distress, predisposing people to physical illness. Okay, so this, I think, is a very important quote by Nikola Tesla, especially for other things like the Mandela effect. I feel that this quote here is very important. So if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. I only fairly recently heard about Nikola Tesla. Prior to that, I always believed more in energy and frequency, just instinctively. Just from my own personal experiences, I've seen ghosts before. Again, that's a different topic, but I do believe it is more to do with tuning. And this, again, air quote, conspiracy theory does make a lot of sense to me, even though I am approaching it as just that, a conspiracy theory at the moment. But the proof is in the pudding, and you really, I can't stress enough how much you need to listen to 432 Hz music. So the powers that be are successfully lowering the vibrations of not only the young generation, but the rest of us as well. These destructive frequencies entrain the thoughts towards disruption, disharmony, and disunity. Additionally, they also stimulate the controlling organ of the body, the brain, into disharmonious resonance, which ultimately creates disease and war. So there's a video on here, which I will attach in the link if I can, in the description box. Check that out. I'll also attach a 432 Hz song, the one that I was listening to. And I'll also attach a couple of articles as well in there. Hopefully it will allow me to do all that. Because I don't want to make this too long a video, but I just wanted to make people aware. Same with any other videos I've put up there. I'm not trying to say that I'm a know-it-all or anything like that. For me, it's just if I can make that one more person aware of something that maybe they didn't know before, that's the purpose behind this. So that's all from me, guys. Thanks again for your time. Comment in the box. Let me know if you've listened to 432 Hz before. Let me know if you've only just heard of this now. And also what you think of 432 Hz music. As I say, give it more than one go. For me personally, again, whether it's a placebo effect, I don't know. I think it goes a lot deeper than that. I feel that it really affects me internally somehow that no other music really does. But let me know what you think as well, guys. Thanks a lot for your time, and have a good day. Cheers. Bye.